to getting calories and stuff?
Man, burrito's always good from Estella's, Chipotle, Rancheros, or whatever. But yeah, there's some yogurts I like to eat, and steaks. I got my own apartment now, so it's a lot easier to cook some stuff rather than in the dorms. So yeah.
The class you guys have that are gonna be sophomores, Owen, Brock, you had in Seydu, also Lodgy. Just what all do you feel like you guys were able to learn last season and then kind of heading into this season?
Yeah, I think we learned a lot of patience. None of us really, except for Owen, didn't know when our number was going to be called. So it was just staying ready and locked in. I think that's something we all really learned.
What are your expectations for yourself this season?
Expect to play a lot bigger role. Whatever this team needs me to do, I'll be there.
What was just watching Peyton go through the process, the whole process? What was that like as his brother?
Yeah, it was awesome to see him, kind of live out his dream and being right there. Could have gone to the NBA, but decided to come back and play with us again. It was really awesome to see. So really glad he came back.
Since he made that decision, what have just your observations been of like just his mindset of how he's been playing?
Yeah, I mean he came back for a reason. He wants to win a lot of games. Have a great last year. So we're all locked in on that.
Pryce, everything I've heard is that you've taken the biggest jump out of everybody on the team over the summer. Tell me about that. How'd that transpire?
I've kind of been saying it since last year. It's all just confidence with me. When I went to scout team last year, I think that really helped. Boost, just play free, play like myself, play like I know how to. So doing that, bringing that into this year, it just kind of loosened up my game and got me back to what I was doing.
Maybe as far as like tangible stuff on the court, I guess. Sounds like you're eating a little bit more. So weight room stuff?
Weight room. Like I said, Max has done a really great job. I love Max and love what he's been doing with us. And I think it's shown with a lot of our guys, not just me. So
how about on the court?
On the court, we got Brock and we got Drew and Seydu. I think adding those guys has really helped free up some of our shooters. And Brock can find me wherever I am. We have really great chemistry stemming back from last summer when we were playing together as freshmen. So, just kind of figuring out how to get to the spots where guys can see me and how to get open with screens and stuff like that. I think that's played a part in it too.
So it sounds like you believe that you've made that big jump too. I guess, and you've got that confidence. Tell me about how that really formulated.
Like I said, kind of last year when I went to the scout team, just started playing a lot more free. Trying to get our guys ready to go for. Maybe I wasn't going to play the most minutes, but I'll do whatever I can to get those guys ready to win some games. So stemming back from that, I think that really boosted my confidence, and now I'm shooting like 15 to 23s of practice. So I'm just really confident in myself and really confident that every shot I take is going to go in.
I guess I'm curious about the mentality. Like, how is it different between the years this year?
What I went through last year, I think that it was really good for me, kind of learning the patience of, not knowing when I'm going to get in and just always being ready. I think that that's kind of prepared me for this year, being a guy that's probably going to have a bigger role this year. I think that's prepared me more for what I'm about to go into this year.
When you talk about having a bigger role, what does that include? Like, what does that entail?
Coming in, hitting shots, obviously, that's what I'm known to do, but also just making the right play. I've been playing a lot more two as well, so having the ball in my hands more, making plays for other guys, off the dribble more. It's been a focus of mine as well.
And you were the one that wanted to move this guy, right? Like
They didn't come up to me and say they wanted me to. I just, I did talk with a few of the coaches and ran it by them, and they thought it would be a great idea to get my confidence back up, and it ended up working out great. So, yeah.
Yeah. How cool is it to have the chance to play alongside Peyton for one more year?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. I think that was a big part of what made him come back. Getting another year of really playing together on the court. We didn't get that much time on the court last year together. So knowing we will this year and knowing we'll have a great team again this year is really exciting for him. I think that's what really brought him back.
Was last year tough for you? I mean, making that jump from high school ball to college and feeling like you needed to spend more time on the scout team.
Yeah, it was definitely tough at first. I'd never not started a game ever playing basketball, so coming off the bench and not only coming off the bench but not playing very many minutes was definitely a tough transition. But once I accepted my role, which I needed to, I think it ended up being a great year. So.
How did Peyton tell you that he was going to come back?
Well, I was kind of talking with him throughout the whole process. I kind of figured he was going to come back, just what I'd heard and what I was talking to him about. But when I officially learned that he was coming back, I was talking to him. I thought it would be good to put out a tweet to kind of tease the Iowa fans a little bit. I remember I think it was Connor that did that for Luca, and a bunch of the guys did that for Luca. So I remember seeing that in whatever grade I was, 8th grade, 7th grade, or whatever. So it's like I need to do that one day. So when the opportunity came, I knew I had to.
The 4 spot, it sounds like it's Cooper, Seydu, and Lodgy.
Yeah.
You've been around Lodgy for a year. You're starting to see a little bit more Cooper and Seydu. I guess what are you seeing in that 4 spot competition?
And they're all they're playing really well. I'm really impressed with Lodgy. He's been really good. He's probably the best screener I've ever played for. That dude can set some mean flare screens. He gets me a lot of open shots. So, and then Cooper's also playing great. Shoots the crap out of it. Sorry. So he's been really good for us this summer and fall, and I'm really excited to see what he does for this team this year. And then Seydu's one of the more athletic guys I've ever seen. So he's had some crazy dunks, and he can pass really well. He can drive it. He can shoot it. So also really excited for what he brings.
Peyton called Cooper kind of a younger him almost.
Yeah.
Is that what you've seen in his game as well?
I could definitely see it. Yeah, he's a good rebounder. Shoots it obviously really well and can put it on the floor. He's kind of just an all-around player like Peyton is. So I'm excited to see his progression too.
Thanks, Pryce.
Your brother's really